This is the future. Evolution. This is the future. Evolution.
Remember this? Anybody remember this? That look familiar? Familiarity? For those that may or may not. Can you hear me? Is this thing on? Testes. 1, 2, 3. There he is. All right. Well, you know what? I'll be dipped. Chocolate pudding it is. What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Here we are. I found my old intro on my other computer. That I think that was the first like actual little intro that I put together once upon a time for the channel. All of a couple years. We got the Blaze Orange Big Dan's today. God, it's probably been a couple years now, I guess. I suppose I can go back and look, find it. Research, development. But I did see the file. I was like, oh, that video, that's fun. So yeah, that's what we got today. Sponsored by a video made by me 2 years ago. Welcome. How's it going? I'll take a blizzard, thanks. Ooh, and then they dump it. You know, like here it is. Oh, there you go. In order to make sure that blizzard is good, it needs to be forward face dumped. Not dumped, but motioned the dumpage. Is that my professional piloting? I don't know if you call that professional, but that was me ripping around in my buddy's house as they were building it. I have not flown in a while, but I used to be pretty wild little pilot myself. I don't have to listen. I tell ya. But yeah, Deadhead, that was me. Cute little drone. It's all about this big. Pretty fun. Very bright this evening. I've got some color on the face. I almost look. It's my color coded. I look a little red, less pale and tragic. I've been outside and the sun's been out yesterday for league. It's been hot. And right now I am in Smoke Central. Minnesota, we've got the fires up north, and yesterday it was like 3 o'clock yesterday. I was at the park already, and the air was clear, nice sunny day, and then boom, it rolled in, and then it's just been smoky, smoggy. Apparently Minnesota has the worst air in the country right now. Not that that's anything, you know, yay. But it's not great. I can't really show you. It's hazy out there. I took a picture of the sunset last night. Well, it wasn't quite the sunset. It was probably 2 hours from sunset, but the sun was totally red. There was so much haze in the air from the smoke that you could almost look at the sun. It was crazy. Missed my drone. Might have to build one. I want to build another one. I crashed and fried an ESC on one of the motors of my good one, and I have a new one, but I just haven't soldered it back in yet and flashed it up. I'd like to do that soon. I got one for my nephew too that we need to get in the air. New stuff. I almost need to buy a new one. They've changed a lot of things with the drones lately that are different, and different laws and things and restrictions on weights and stuff like that. My bigger drone, technically, whatever. I would need to get a chip specifically for that one, but the smaller one, if they're under a certain weight, you don't have to have the tag ID on it. But yeah, different laws, different rules, different things too, because they update software and things. So you make something 5-6 years ago, it doesn't, the new stuff is different, or you know what I mean? Like they've changed and updated. Some things are easier, some are harder. If you have older tech, you get a new brain for it and you can flash the new software for it. Sometimes you have something that's old and it doesn't take the new, you know what I'm saying? Summer sucks. It's been way too hot, humid. Now there's severe hazard, just Canadian wildfire smoke. Yeah, Thomas, it's here now. So trust me, it's not great. And I mean, the fires aren't good either. Hopefully they can get it under control. They've had to close off some really beautiful camping areas up north that a lot of people go up to the Boundary Waters and go camping. And anyone who has permits and stuff to go up there right now, it's shut down because they're, they got to get it under control and it's not safe. Called off work because the smoke. Yeah, they called off some stuff today, like some games and stuff outside, just because the air quality. It's not good. It's really not good. Air now. Looks like Tatooine. Yeah, the sun last night. Someone said that it's like it looks like one of them two sunsets because the one is like it was red, and you could. I mean, I'll grab the photo. I have to bring it down to show it on the camera. You have to bring down the light so that you can pick it up. Oh, I saw this guy today too. That was super cool. At work, Andy was like, check this out. And right outside of our, okay. I don't know how to do anything. Right outside of our, this looks closer than it actually was. But this dude was just right out behind the building. Big old hog, monster legs on him. Very cool. Here was the sun last night. See, this is not sunset. You can tell there's like another hour and a half before the sun gets down to here where sunset is. And it's just hazy. Just a haze right now. And you can taste it. It's not pleasant. Has the ultimate hawkbill. Dude, that guy's got the ultimate hawkbill, right? All right. What is up, everyone? Magnus Lutz, Ho, Thomas Dong, what's up? Good to see you. We've also got the Moorishmen. Paul's in here. I saw Paul. What's everyone up to? What's up, North Valley Neil? How you liking that new laser mark? It look good for you? Are you happy? What's up, Snail Trail Dale? Steve Double O. AA Ron. AA Ron. Stuff going on at work, but I'm on your project. We got a couple cool things. I wasn't able to get to it because we had a couple other things. Last 2 days I've been working on this project. I should have taken a picture of it. But imagine having to design a laser mark that's basically like this with specific numbers every 10 millimeter, every 5 millimeters. I've spent the last better half of a day and a half designing it at work. It's kept me very busy. I'll hawk your bill, fella. Thanks, Paul. Promise. Moorish men unite. Is the Kansept Orlock design? North Valley Neil right here. Is that what you're talking about? This is a Kansept Orlock designed by 1931 Leatherworks himself, Terry. He might pop in here at some point. Been talking about Terry. He makes great slips too. This is one of my favorite slips. The nice kind of taco style slip. His logo is super cool. And I'm getting another one from him soon. He's doing those rotten designs where it looks like it's deteriorated kind of zombie flesh leather. Very cool. Can't wait, man. I'll get on it, Aaron, but I want to make sure it's cool and really good for you. Best logo in the game. Yeah, dude. It's tough to beat that. I still don't know exactly what he calls it. I kind of call it like a Franken zombie, but it's just cool. It gets it across. It's looks great. It's not too big, but it's distinct. It's distinct. What's up, Joe K? What is up? Anybody guess a theme? Anybody got a guess on a theme might want to discuss? The Frambe. Frambe. Serious Frambe action. Franken zombie. Because it has that Frankenstein kind of look to it, but it also is zombesque. It's just so Terry, right? So Terry. This shirt is very orange. I'm telling you. If you go to airnow.gov and type in your zip, you can see the level of your air quality. That's interesting. I wish that wasn't something that we had to think about. But in some cases, it's that didn't work. That's exactly what I typed. Very strange. Very strange. My current area in Minneapolis is right here. We're talking very unhealthy. How unhealthy? Very. Avoid physical activities outdoors. Well, there was only 36 of us at League last night playing out in that crap. I'm in the house today. What's up, Derek? My man. How you doing? How you doing? I'm trying not to breathe this air. I thought my AC went out for a minute too. I was like, man, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. But no, it's working. It's working. Is it? I'm still feeling hot. I have air purifiers at home. I mean, there's a filter on the furnace, the fan, that I change like every 3 months or whatever. But that's the only kind of air. I mean, it's a house, and it has, like I said, it's like a, it's like one of these, and you slide that thing out, pitch it, get a freshie. Just got out of the lake to cool off. Ooh, that sounds nice. Click on the map. I can see it. He doesn't like it. It's slow. Yep. I'm almost by a purple zone. Or the dark red zones are only in northern Minnesota. Have you ever tried living in a hyperbaric chamber? Have I? Now that it's like all of a sudden I'm like feeling hot, like it's not coming out cold air again. Like, don't trip me out here. Stop it now. Stop it now. You ever see that movie Boy in a Bubble? It was about me. Yep. That was my childhood. Saran wrap socks and OtterBox underwear was perhaps a bad idea. Milk was a bad choice. Dude, half-gallon of chocolate milk and cartwheel practice. Ooh. Anybody ever try to do that milk gallon challenge? Gallon milk gallon challenge? Shit. I have not. My buddy in the video, Rob, he did once. Didn't make it. Most people, or pretty much almost everybody, doesn't make it. But apparently when you're removing an excess amount of chugged milk from your body, it's still cold and it still tastes like milk. So no harm, no foul, right? What's up, Cicero? B. Dixon? Clint Crosby? Or were you already here, Clint? Probably. I'll say Clint again. What's up, Clint? Winter chicken dinner. Paul, what are you up to today? Did you snip any tips? I haven't really checked on the Instagram. I posted, but I didn't really go surfing bird, you know. Well, who was being portrayed by young John Travolta? Wait, what? Modern air conditioning systems recirculate the air. I'm not constantly pulling in. Ling Long Dong, see if we can't pull off a 30-pound catfish before we get off. What I should do is I should turn on my that video ninja link and click a camera live link on to Derek. We can just have him in the corner. Oh, there's Derek catching a fish. What's up, Trish? How's Trish today? What are you getting into, girl? Girl. Snip the new knife and reprofile the Vision FG to the stabby. Oh, I did see the Vision FG briefly today. It had the piss scales, right? I seen something. Stacy Bolster Blaze. What's up, Stacy? Hey, yo. Everybody try to breathe good air when you can. Oh, Travolta was the boy in the original Boy in the Bubble. That was back enough, in a couple minutes back enough for me to have lost it. You know what I mean? North Valley. Lost. Throw cold. What's up, Michael? What is up? AC fix, just spit on that thing. Everyone's getting on your nerves? Oh, hun. What can I do for you? What do you want to do tonight? What should we do? Should we do a project? Do you just want to talk about stuff? You want to look something up? Should we talk about the air for another hour? We can do a shipwreck. I have a, ooh, you know what else? What does sound fun? Baby, let me breathe that air. Like in the original Spaceballs, they had the canned air. I kind of matched the lava lamp. Ooh. Except for this lava lamp is red. But my color, it does, wow. It's the light makes it kind of orange. Because when I look over here, red. That color's true. And down here, red. But it's like the light. The curtain's kind of maroon. Can we laser a Busch Light logo on a Busch Light can? Oh, damn. Genius. Brilliant. We could. What's up, J1? We could. Although a thin aluminum can, that would be interesting. Because, you know, cans are very... Deadhead's going to be lurking for a bit. Drive safe, dude. Just drive safe. That's most important. A can is very thin aluminum. Yeah, obviously I can laser aluminum, but when it's that thin, it's gonna get hot probably. And then because it's like thin flat sheet, where it hits, it might kind of like warp. Interesting challenge. I did a fun little laser mark actually. Was that yesterday? This right here. So this is my Boker USB OTF, just a cheap little Boker Plus. And I haven't finished it yet, but I started and I just designed that up. Except for I changed it. So, well, I found a couple pictures of different things. So I made the outline and the reverse and 128 gig because that's kind of standard. And then USB D2. USB D2 because this is D2 right here. So make it look like a USB stick. Oh, the bush light will act as a, oh, laser mark it when the can's still full. Genius. Genius. I didn't think about that. What's up, Abby? So I changed that up, gave it that little, oh, make it look like the USB. Really nice little white mark on that handle, if I could get it to go back into focus. And then what I want to do is I want to put a logo sideways right here, you know, like they say, like SanDisk or whatever it is, but then change it to DanDisk or Kenman Jump, or I don't know, something like that. So if anyone comes up with a little an idea on that, doesn't that mark look official? I kind of stole the idea, and then I thought the reverse thing with the open and the close kind of square, that looked really kind of sharp. So I want to do another logo this direction on it that says like DanDisk or something. If anyone comes up with anything, any good ideas on that, let me know. Commercial aluminum drinking cans have the plastic liner on the inside, right? So that, if anything, might help dissipate the heat out, rather than just the thin sheet of aluminum could just like melt. Well, not melt, but like melt. I mean, if you have the wrong setting, definitely melt. You have to make sure you have it not too slow, not too hot, just right, they might call it. Just right. Sergeant Maximus reporting for duty, sir. For sure. So yeah, lasering the can when it's still full. That's probably the smartest move. But you would also want to do a test, because that you know you want to put that in a tray or something, because if you have the wrong setting and it does happen to cut through, then release the pressure, and now you've got a laser full of, you know. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know. So the theme I kind of laid out today was, definitely inspired by my man, Magnus Lutzow, the Grateful Dong himself, always coming up with a good group. What kind of laser do I use? I have access to lasers at work. I work in a metal finishing company, so the lasers that I have that I access to are big FOBA lasers and Trumpf lasers, and we have a Keyence and a Beamer. They're all like full size stand up, bigger than these cabinets. Like it's a full, like the table on most of them is like a 2x2 foot, completely enclosed. They're 6-7 feet tall, 3 feet by 4 feet wide, walk up lasers. A couple of them, the Phobas and the Keyence, have a camera on them. And then some, the other ones are like 30-year-old plus lasers, but they're expensive old school lasers, but we use them a lot for things very similar to that, where we get specific orders of a lot of medical field parts, implants, plates that go like on your, to put a bone back together, things like that. Theme is Blade Show. It's kind of a Blade Show theme, sure. What's up, Leonard Man? Industrial ones, yes, Steve. They work really good for making text and shapes, right? So, like, if I want to design like a quick this, there's my little test. I made that, and then I multiplied it, and I can do stuff like this pretty easily. I can do stuff like this. Oh, these are wrapped up. Yeah, I should have just grabbed the one I made for myself. They work great for doing patterns and things like that, but designing imagery, things like that, they do not work good for because they don't have the software. And these days, you can buy a $2,000 laser for your home, that small tabletop with a vent that has software built into it that'll just take a JPEG and turn it into a laser mark, like this right here. So there's my logo we're working on. But if I had to put this in my lasers at work, we would have to draw this. We'd have to physically plot it or put in a DXF file or a vector file, versus this was a JPEG scanned off of my t-shirt, and 2 minutes later, we made a laser mark with it. So these days, the newer lasers have the software, the technology that makes things pretty trick. Which I'm having more access to now, which is cool. Basically a coworker bought one, so it's not even a work laser, it's a coworker's laser. And he does do I have one of those in here? I thought I did. I'm gonna go grab one quick, and I want to look at the AC real fast. But yeah, the themes, yeah, Grateful Dong knows. Pairings. Pairings. So that laser also did this. So in like a minute, you take find a JPEG image, add some text, it prints it and cuts it out of this chunk of wood, all in a couple of minutes. And that's like an at-home, newer themed kind of laser, which is completely different than what I have at work. The ones I have at work are, you have something that needs text on it perfectly with a really good mark, that's solid and consistent, and you need to print those 16 hours a day, 7 days a week, it will. Things you found in your garbage disposal since buying the house for 100. Things people have left in my seat. Couch seat. Account seat. Waka waka waka, right? Isn't that cool? Yeah, themes. Today it was this. That was my carry for today. So does your carry have to match every day? No. Is it cool when it does? Yes. So how many of you think about what you're carrying every day and kind of put together like a group? You get everything's all black, or you get match, the big one and the small one version, the big one and the small one version, the big one and the small one version. And then the one lefty, one righty. So you can do double thumb drops. Tell me that's not fun. Oh, missed. Yeah, grateful. Grateful's the inspiration behind that. So the big, the small, the big, the small. Kind of a fun. But how often, you know, do I this is the big and the small, but is this something I would carry both of them together? I mean, sure, you're kind of dual wielding, but a lot of times, you know, like when I carried this today, we got a big knife, I got a small knife, I got a slip joint. It's kind of a double thumb drops. uh, well, it's absurd to carry more than one knife, so I have nothing to match, says Lanyard Man. Well, maybe it's absurd to carry these two together because they're essentially very close to the same size. I mean, there's a difference, but they don't, they look great next to each other, sure, but maybe not as necessary since they are essentially going to fit the same purpose versus if I were to carry this and this. Now we have multi-purpose. We got a big knife for hanging out with, having a good time. Or if I just want to get out something small and just rip through a box real quick with a slightly different feel or style. The new auxiliary manufacturing slip joint. I like this thing a lot. Very cool. M390 with that milling. Or yeah, M390 and then the titanium milling. 2 words. 6 words. Fugly Friday at work. Find the goofiest blade color or shape. That's fun. Like today I'm bringing in something wacky. So you bring in that wild, wacky one. What's up, tired of it? The only thing I wish it was a little bit snappier there on like the close. It kind of rolls to that spot. It doesn't, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that because it's definitely got the half stop and then it does the snap shut. But I kind of like it when it's got a little bit more, like when you go, it's like bam to the middle and then bam to the close. Not necessary. It kind of something, whoa, my hands are getting slippery now. It does have that snappy open and the feel, and it is it's tight when it's open, which is good because I can push on that and it feels like it's kind of locked up, even though it's not. So I think that kind of keeps it a little bit slower as a push because it's as tight as it is, but it does have a nice snappy feel. I like the size, even though it's a little smaller than I remembered it being. 3-finger full grab does, I enjoy it. I like the shape. I would have no problem bringing in something wacky. I got tons of that. Matching would be fun, but the carry is usually dictated by what you're doing, size of the pockets. I understand that though, Kathleen, because I did carry this yesterday, and I love the stroller. It's a great knife, but it's big. It's beefy. It's wide. I had it in my shorts pocket, and I could tell that it was there. You know what I mean? And I'm playing disc. I'm kind of moving around, loose activities, and it's hot out. So I could definitely feel, this is a bigger knife though. It's definitely a thicker, chunky, beefy user that could handle it. But for shorts, I think I'm better off. Like I'm going out on league night. Sometimes I want to bring something specific to show the guys or whatever. But I feel like the smaller, lighter knives will be good for like leagues for sure. Isn't this one great? I like everything about it. I've always enjoyed the shape. I got that Captain's Bowie fixed from Auxiliary. Clearly. But yeah, the coffin shape on the handle. I do want to get one of those folders. I have to get one of those folders and have the Paul treatment where you put the thumb stud on it and remove the flipper tab. So those two could be a carry together. Or you carry, you know, kind of like similar colors. Then it was this, I did this one where they all are the 45-degree milling pattern, which is taking it even a step further because now you're kind of matching out even more specific, which I'm down for that too, because I'm into it, you know what I'm saying? And these two right here, not quite the same. I think after I, you know, carry this case a little bit more, it might darken up a little bit and kind of match out the dune. I do like the surface color of the S35 VN from Case here. It's got that, see that like kind of stonewashed feel to it. Should take a patina, right? Or not as much. I did start to put an edge on it. So it cuts now. I didn't spend too much time, maybe 5 minutes at the most. I do want to spend some more time clearly, but I wanted to just try to get that burr off of there, see where it was at without really doing a whole lot of, you know, don't need to straight up reprofile it or re-angle it or anything like that. I was just like, okay, let's get across a couple passes, get a few strops on it, and then see where it's at. And it's really not too bad. I think if I go in and spend another 5-10 minutes, I'll get it fairly sharp. Then we can test it some more and kind of see how long the edge holds up. Anybody have any S35 VN case stuff? This is the first. I got it for testing. You know, I'm not a fan of case. You could probably see it if you watch my video. What's up, Dan Stan? That I definitely have my concerns with case. My carry will change a bit once I start the new job. Leatherman Crunch will definitely be in the daily rotation. When do you start your new job, Paul? I'm out of the loop. I've had people at work compare me to Dexter because I collect knives. Yeah, you know, okay. Usually carry something smaller and unassuming. Right. You don't want to then you show up. Where did I put that? Oh, in my to be reviewed still pile. You don't want to show up at work with this. Pull this out of your pocket. Oh yeah, I got a knife for it here. There you go. Dude, look at this with the choke up. It's a full on. I'm not touching the blade. Handle is sticking out the back. 2 hands. Not sure yet. Next couple of weeks. Well, congrats. I hope it goes well for you. Look at him. Have I tried premium case knives? No, Landerman. But I mean, is that like the S35s and stuff like that? Because the retail price on like this Muskrat, you know, this would have been, I mean, I bought it on sale, but I think this would have been like 70 or 80 bucks. And it's just Wobble City. Absolute. But so this is probably not considered a premium case. It's more like the XXs. And this one, I think it retails. I mean, I got a show price, so it was basically a steal. I think I got it for 50 bucks. I think. It's $100 at SMKW right now. Premium and case do not go together, right? I don't think they put the time into it. They just like, oh, we got the design, here it is. Like, put a little more QC in it. Smoky poo. What kind of slop did I miss today? The Moorish men unite. I assume the XXs are their premiums. Yeah, I think that's right. I don't know. Because the other one doesn't say XX, it just says case. What's up, Smoky Poo? It's all just AI and gas station knives. That's all we've got. That's all we have. Burkle Cerakote, what's going on? Oh, I got to finish the review on Burkle's knife, which is right here. I got a pile of stuff for this weekend that I'm going to get done. Check that out. Look at the handle on there. I love the colorway on that. Nice, beefy, fixy. Video coming soon. Did my AC turn off? Damn it, dude. Feels like it did. I need to get my fan at least to blow that over there. Because it's hot in this room and I don't have my fan in here right now. And it feels like it turned off. Gas station knives. They're all right here. Look at them all. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. That thing turned off. I don't know. It's not on. Give me 1 sec. It turned off. Right now, the AC is not spinning outside, which is great. The fan's going in the house. I am the king of gas station knives. I don't know about that. What's up, Donald? No, I had to grab a fan to help blow the air around because it's been hot. But it seems that my AC has now gone out again, or is currently not on. It was off before, and I turned it off, kicked it on, it turned back on, but it is now off again. "20 years ago, worked for my employer, carried knives, multi-tools, EDC gear. At first, everyone thought it was weird. But now everyone's like, hey, you got a knife. Hey, you got a tool. Or now, I got people that also carry knives that didn't carry knives before, but now they do. Buy the house, AC dies again. Yep. What's the temp out right now? It's been working fine. It's literally been working fine. It's 90 degrees outside right now. And it's not changing anytime soon. It's 97 tomorrow. Oh my God. God, I'm gonna hope that is an easy fix, because I didn't even fix it before. Donald's flipping the Osteed. Anybody else playing with mess? Strike that. rewind it, play it back. Anyone else hanging out with some cool knives tonight? It's like when you're a smoker and everyone knows you have a lighter, right? Not a fan of the wire clip. I have very few wire clips. I'm not really a fan either. If it's a lighter like the UKPK, because this is such a light knife and a water resistant beach going thin shorts pocket wearing machine, I don't mind it on this. Generally though, I'm not really a fan. What's everyone else think of the wire clips? Anybody got a knife that they don't mind the wire clip on? UKPK. Magnus, let's who? Burkles is working on a one-off exclusive Crusader V2. Excellent. That sounds cool. Thomas loves the wire clip. Yep, everybody finds the stuff that they like. Did I get the sellers to provide a home warranty? No. It's a as is. That's kind of the way it goes. It's the you look at some stuff, things that you want taken care of or fixed or that need to be addressed before you agree. And if those have been addressed and you agree, and anything that happens is basically, yeah, there you go. So we gotta hope that not all these things happen. I mean, we check stuff out, you have like an inspection, they come through, that kind of thing. But yeah. Smoke from Canada's bad. Yeah, it's bad here. We were talking about it before, Donald. It's about as bad as it can get. It's heavy. We saw it roll in yesterday while I was at the park, and the rest of the night it was thick. The sun was red and fairly easy to kind of look in the direction of for most of the evening, pre to sunset. And it's kind of gross out right now. I don't love the looks of a wire clip. Yeah, I just don't want them to be like flimsy. As long as it's secure, I don't mind it. And in this case of this one, it's not really got a lot of mass behind it. It doesn't feel like it moves around really or anything like that. There was another one I had though where I feel like you could just go like you could just be like wah 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 wah. You know what I mean? And I'm not a fan of that. But yeah. Hockey puck that AC, right? Yeah. Hopefully, I don't know. I just turned it off. I'm gonna let it sit and chill for a minute. It's been running full bore the last like week and a half, pretty much constantly. But we've had hot summers. Of course, the second you get it, the second it's yours is when it starts to go bad. Try living just south of multiple fires in Canada. I'm sure that's not good at all. But yeah, we felt it roll into Minneapolis yesterday, and it's been everywhere ever since. So, anybody have a combo that they really are that they fancy? Would you want to make a trade for your tall boy? I don't. There's rarely anything that I have that I don't want to, or that I want to get rid of. Tall boys like top. All my Devos are they're keepers. They're great, and the tall boy is really nice. As much as I love you, bro, that's one that I want to keep. And I highly would recommend getting one if you can find one, because they are great. What about a full titanium dark mode version? That'd be cool as hell. I have no problem with my dark mode version. I like it. It's right there. It's right there. I've got the Bladebinge dark mode. Did you get one of the small boys? I thought about getting a small boy, but I did not. What's up, KR Knives? Anybody pick up a small boy? Where's Hate Nate? Jason Mass Plant, Voltron Lava Lamp. He usually rolls in maybe in the next half hour or so. He's a busy man. He meant a 24-ounce of beer, not the knife. You know, a tall boy. Whoa. Whoa. Almost fell. Wouldn't that have been fun? Trip over my chair. First drop. Dark mode, tall boy. Small boy would have been nice. They got those in DLC. And very similar to this. But yeah, this is one of my favorites. It's definitely a good knife. It's a keeper for sure. I did not. I kind of wanted one, Kathleen, but where I was at, and that wasn't quite closed on the house, and trying not to spend any money. Had I had been closed and complete on the house, I might have splurged it. But yeah, Lefty did a 1-hour video about the new growler today. Looks great and lots of options. Maybe too many. The growler, the new growler. I have a purple tall boy I don't use that needs to be rid. B Shady's got one. Just got the Kershaw leak with the MagnaCut black into red fade anno. How's it look? Oh, black into red anno aluminum. That's fun. I looked into that. That's a completely different process. Such a different process. Kicking wires, sorry. Trying to get myself situated here. Anyone else going to get a Growler V3? If I type Growler V3, will that pop up? Or should I go to Instagram? Whoops. Grow. There it is. No. Yep, Instagram. Trish did get a small boy. What's up, Clayton? My mans. Everybody go check out Clayton's Wacky Wednesdays. Tall boy with the Zerkatoy inlay. That's cool looking. Sorry, I got distracted. That's the Growler XL. Pony Stout V2s. I thought it said there was a Growler V3 link. Says it right there. But it doesn't. Is there a... That's the Bladebinge dark mode. Am I not scrolling far enough back? These all look like small boys. Nope. Watching Rambo, the original one? All right. Copy. Paste. When you have time, go and watch the link right here. We're not going to watch it here, but I'll pull them out quick so you can see. A quick screen grab. If you are interested, please just go click the link and watch the video. Give Lefty some love. Yep, these look great. These look great. I kind of prefer those ones up top, though. There's a clean shot of his hands. Free. Boom. Yeah, this one right here. Oh, the black blade. Is that a DLC blade? The full stonewash ones? First Blood Part 2. It's a good set of movies. It's been a while. It's been a while. Also just bought a Heretic Manticore S with black aluminum handle. Battle worn aluminum switch. Battle worn dagger blade. Fun. Fun. I'm what's my next knife? I guess that's the cue. What's my next knife? I know it's not going to be another Moorish as much as I'd like it to be. The top right one? You like the top right one? Those do look nice. Is it, do you yank these out right here? Oh, yeah. I'm not big on that high polished black, but in this case, that's pretty sick. Look at that mirror. Ugh. Ugh. That's great. Everyone, please take that link. Go watch this video. We're not going to watch more of it here. Just give it a quick taste. I want you to please give him the views. Posted some pics of the anno job for the tall boy. Where did you post them, Stace? On Discord or on Instagram or on both? Where can we bring them up? Ooh, Snail Trail Dale. Look at that. That's rad. Look at Dale's work right there. That's sick. Let's just go ahead and Dale might still be here. Go check that link out right there. If you, all these knucks look cool to you, all the awesome looking micarta stuff he's doing. Look at that handle on there. That's cool as hell, dude. That's great. On the Discord, Stace? Okay. That's super fun. I dig it. Very, very cool. All right, Discord. Smock. Oh, that's cute. Hot knife picks. Oh. Stacy posted this one yesterday. Kansept Vivid, Wingard wearables, micro dick pic, and a dark water clip. I got one of those dark water clips. He gave me one at in Atlanta. Ooh. So here's Stacy's Devo. I did the green anno on there. This, and this. I'm glad you like it, Stace. Didn't I post? Can't remember if I posted a sneak peek of that one. There it was. I did the green set and the purple set, or bluish purple set. Before, after. Awesome. Glad you like it, Stace. More on the way soon. More on the way soon. All right. I got an Instagram. Can't get enough of those Teddy Grams. Oh, interest. All right, Tom. Ooh, that's fun. So this is Tom's. Wow, that's pretty sweet looking. I dig that. Clip looks huge. Deep carry clip though. So you can't even see it on this side. I love that double-edged dagger blade switch on the side. The clip is enormous. Or it seems like it is. Stacy says much better than the purple that didn't match. Yeah, I think the green looks great. With those scales, the green looks really good. You know, like the way it pops, because there's a little bit of green there. It just sits well with it. I like that ring. That's cool. 100%. It was fun. Yeah, so that's what she said. Give me them Teddy Grams, right? What's up, Matt Maurer? Power supply is on my birthday list, so I can try anodizing. It's not hard, Steve. It's just really not that difficult. Provoke X is next. Thought Britney Spears should have been one of the Baskin Robbins 31 flavors, but what do I know? How's the action on this thing, Thomas? Devo's purple kind of has a pinkish hue. Is it a pinkish hue? What's a hue? What kind of hue does it have? Is it filthy? Been starting to settle in a little bit. Still kind of antsy, trying to relax. I think this weekend's gonna help. I don't think I'm gonna get up to Rice for the American Edge show. Their blurple is more purple. Kids have fun. Gonna have a date night with the BF. Take care. Stacy, have a great time. Have a great evening. Always good to see you. Devo is better in DLC and titanium. Fight me. Titanium Devo. Awesome. Well, this does have titanium and Van X, but it does have the glow. When you get that glow. When you get that glow. Boom. So there's that. And then my Devo. All titanium. I mean, you got some of it crystallized. But I'm definitely a titanium lover, if you will. And I will. I totally will. But this one here, I really like this. This is just one of them classic smaller, there we go. Smaller, fantastic users. This could just be a daily, everyday, and I wouldn't be upset about it. Blade show in Minnesota at my house. Everyone's invited. Let's plan it out. Let's do it. Let's do it. Grateful Dong's been selling knives the past couple days, thinning out the collection. What are you thinning it out for? Picking up something completely different, specific knife in mind, something completely out of the realm. What's he selling? I did have a few. One of the more recent ones he popped up, I was kind of surprised. Oh, well, let's take a look at these. Let's take a look at all this. First off was this one, that Voodoo for 300 or the Kaimano, $200 for the Kaimano. But that Voodoo, oh, I'm excited for the lefty full titanium Voodoo. Mommy, probably going to be expensive, but they are coming. What's up, Baptism? What's up, Kyle? If it wasn't broke, I would have picked up the Urban EDC exclusive small boy. Yeah, if I wasn't trying to be tight and specifically, now it looks like I might have to fix the AC. Let's hope not. But yeah, otherwise I probably would have gotten one of those small boys as well. If anyone is looking right now, Grateful Dong, great dudes, got some good stuff. He takes care of it. Voodoo for 300, Kaimano for 200. And then he has a new post here. Sabertooth 100. Oof. Sheepdog 100. Ooh. Mini sheepy with the big old hole that is clearly, these are modified by Paul. They must be. That hole is enormous. That is what he said. Okay. The sparrow, the smock with that cool pattern. And the ABW Model 1. What you doing, Willis, with the Model 1? Or do you have another Model 1 in a different color or titanium or something? Something. Kaimano sounds Italiano. Kyle's about to sell a bunch of stuff too. There is effort involved. Dong has plans. If you reply with "I have plans" with the smile, you know, the full teeth kind of smile, that sounds like a good thing. That sounds pretty fun. So, not sure. Discord? What about it? You need in? Is that the question? I can make that happen. What are you after, Dong? I don't know if he's going to tell us now, huh? Secrets are no fun. What exactly is wrong with the air conditioner? There's nothing to get in the way, but I mean, it's been running great for the last week, and I noticed it was like, oh, it's a couple degrees warm. Maybe I'll turn it down. And then I walked by and it didn't feel very cold. And so then I went and looked and I noticed the fan wasn't spinning. So I turned it off. Then I went out and looked at it. Nothing I noticed. Went back in, turned it on. It started spinning. And now it was not spinning again. So I turned it off. I have the fan going right now. Move some air. Why? Dong's not a herder. He's a lover, Bob. He's a lover, not a herder. Let me hold on a second here. Where do I invite copy? If you know, you know. Click that, John. Deadhead. Baptism, are you not in there either? Paul, you might as well. Paul's been holding off on it, but he might as well. He didn't want to because someone else was But they never post anything, so it's not even like it matters. Neil McKenzie's weekend has started. Y'all know I'm sensitive. They're there. They're there, Bob. Residential ACs are a single phase using 2 hot wires. Pretend perhaps one isn't connected well. It's been running fantastic and turning on and off as needed and maintaining my temperature for the last like couple weeks perfectly. Perfectly. Wow, you guys hear all that? Sounds like we got a mess going on. Jesus Lord. Here it is. See, now you guys, if you have different names, nobody's got the same names. It's like, I don't know who these people are. How are we supposed to know who's who? None of you have similar names. Everybody who popped in, I don't know who any of those is. Well, I know who that one is. Hoffy. That one makes sense. All the other ones, all you other fools got wild names. Which is, I mean, I get it. It's fine. But sometimes it'll be, we're going to be messaging. I'm be like, who the hell am I talking to again? Steve Double O. Like, that one makes sense. I know who that is. Bob, it's in the chat, like 10 messages back. Bob. It's like, okay, maybe 12 messages back. It's slowly turned into a chat about ACs. We've been there. I have a thermostat issue, either internal or air conditioner itself. They're pissed. I always have the tism. What's up on the edge? What do you think? Anybody needs some stickers? They print some up for you. I don't know who I didn't say hi to, or does it tell me? Lord, I don't know what just happened. Is it not gonna let me there? Okay. Fine. Oh, Lord. There you have it. The general chat is very common. The today's carry is always a fun one. We're always posting. Ooh. So who's too pink? Who is that? Deadhead, that's you? That looks great. This was Dong from earlier today. I need to do that flipper tab delete to mine. Where the hell did I put that? Oh, it's still in my... Now I'm trying to make a mess again. I started putting knives aside for my knives that I still have to review. This was my gift, my Kizer crest from Trish. And the flipper tab delete seems like a good one on here because the flick out and the stud is really nice. So here's mine. And then boom, flipper tab delete. Look at that. Slap. Bob Tism's VPN doesn't like the Discord. I'll be dipped. John in Oregon says he likes the smock. Doesn't have a smock yet from his sale, the sale trade. That's a nice looking smock. Really cool looking handle. It's a fun, unique one. And it's a smock. So there's that. That was my today's carry. KR knives, that big old CJRB. This is kind of a beast. I've enjoyed it at the shows. Bob's VPN didn't like the 3 terabytes of foot pictures I tried to send him the other night. Quote, unquote. Hate Nate right here. Look at Hate Nate's carry. Woo-wee. That's a nice looking carry, Rutcher. Laid off Pete grilling outside making Canadian wildfire smoked brats. What's up, Laid off Pete? Good to see you. We're hanging out. A bunch of people jumped in the Discord for the first time today, I guess, which is fine. You hear that, Smock? John R. in Oregon is you hear that, Dong? Dong? John is interested in your smock. There you go. What's up, Clint? How you doing? I'm going to say hi to Clint like every half hour, like you just got here. So we're consistent. What's up, Clint? Pete, what are you up to today? Laid off Pete. Yeah, buddy. Wow, that's fresh. What else do we do regularly in the... We do the hot knife picks, which what's what Stacy did with her fresh Devo. So these aren't necessarily daily carries, just kind of something you've got that's hot for the day. Just a fun little shot. Right? If you have any channel posts, if you got a channel, you saw something that you liked, whatever it is, pop it there. Blade shows, mods, when we're doing different mods and stuff. Grateful Dong sanded the flats on the aluminum scales on there. So just anyone who's doing any mods or anything. Trish's Anno. Laser mark that I did. To end up here. Although, to be honest, I almost think it looks better with the white. Right? The white mark on the black aluminum. Tomorrow is my birthday. I'm 99. Yeah, I would have said no on a day past 82. It's good soup. It's good soup. But yeah, I think the white is what really, really screams with that hound's tooth pattern. What is up, Chuck It? Finally get to catch the stream. Canceled mountain bike practice for the kids, so no coaching tonight. I suppose the air is not that great. But, you know, being with family and the kids, that's more important than hanging out on my live stream. But, you know, you got the night off. That's cool. Glad to see you. How's it going? What's the good word? There's laid off Pete's carry from right now. What's the name of that Best Tech again? You got a Kizer sheepdog with the glow scales, and then the Best Tech that. The Best Tech that. Is the smallest slip joint on the table the case peanut? Yes, this one right here. Although it, yeah, I guess This is a case peanut. Awesome. Very thick, very solid, but small. 3-finger grab at most. Definitely a tiny little one, but I love it. And like, so here's the Stinking Creek sow belly. This is definitely a larger, I got a full 4-inch grab handle on there, but they have a very similar look to them. The peanut's definitely small though, but man, I love Rosecraft. I still just, I love it. I think they do a great job. Their quality control. The Raffir, or the Noble Raffir. Yeah, that thing's cool. That thing is cool. That's a straight edge right there. Look at all them dogs on the grill too. Woo! You're gonna make me hungry. Rosecraft. I really want that one. It's just not available. With the long sheep's foot blade. One of these days I'll pick one up. Cicero just got a SIG P365. Got a co-worker that gave you a good deal. Wow. Seems like a good deal. Chuck it. Ew, Detroit. Just north of Detroit. Ew. Yeah, it's the air in Minnesota is not great. It's not great, but we're kind of stuck with it for now. And my AC is not on. I'm going to have to look at it and try to find a way to fix it if it doesn't kick back in. Would it not be a connection though with the thermostat? If the thermostat, when I turn on the fan, it kicks on like right away. So if that's the case, then that going down, but it has to go down and then over. I don't know. Laid off Pete says Cicero, that's theft at that. That's a hell of a price. Just the accessories for that should be the 400 probably. Just the accessories. You guys like accessories? Screen grab. There's Deadheads. Ooh, that's a nice little setup you got there. Nice tray. What bit driver is that one? Looks like you have 2 of them. Or are those slightly different? No, the one's slightly different on the top. No, they are different. What bit drivers are those? Those Devos do look nice, though. What's up, Fred? I saw yours as well. Oh, boy. What? Today's special carry, the Snex Vision Q number 4. Yowzer. That's pretty wild. So does that have the super lock on it then? I don't see anything up here. It does have the weird clip on the spine, which sucks. What's this look like closed, Fred? What's the lock on that? Is that a super lock? The smock is no longer available. Wait, what, Dong? Bobtism, didn't you see? Weren't you watching in the chat? Weren't paying attention? John? Mr. Oregon was like, hey, I'm interested. It looks like he might have snagged it. Yeah, someone made a quick 400 and got rid of a. That's funny part of it. Yeah, Fred, what does this look like? Is this got a super lock hidden inside of there that kicks out when it's shut, or? But then how do you get to it to close it? I'm confused. Poppy seed buns. I don't mind a poppy seed. I generally wouldn't get. I mean, sometimes I get a bun that's got a bunch of seeds on it or whatever, like a garbage one or a sesame seeds are more common, I guess. So this does have a super lock on the back of there. I mean, I'm not trying to make you stop doing what you're doing, Fred, but I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you used to. Bad pick. It's weird, and the hole through the center is strange. Strange. Strange at best. How long do I wait before I go turn my AC back on and see if it turns on? I actually almost like the one giant cutout more than the 3 holes. Whoa. That is difficult. The pocket clip, though? The pocket clip, though. What's Trish want? Oh, she wants those. Trish just is trying to claim these off a Deadhead. I mean, they do look fantastic. Those two look perfect next to each other. Gorgeous. Everyone think of the one big hole. Trish, that's the tall boy and the small boy. Is this what we're talking about? That's the small boy and the tall boy. With the sweet purple. Who's working on something now? Snex? Trish, they are. They are. That purple is fantastic. Can you still get the small boys, or do they all sell out? I would assume the tall boys all sold out. All right, you can get the carbon fiber Blade City exclusive still. I don't see small boys. Do they only? Oh, July 10th. It's the 16th. So they still have the Jack Sparrow. The Wakanda Forevers are all gone. The Purple Nurples are all gone. So the Jack Sparrow still available. And then the Bladebinge Dark Mode with the DLC is sold out as well. There it is. How was the blade not clicked out or something? All right. See, that makes more sense. Like that, the lock must have been in. It wasn't clicked out or something. Because in this right here, it's like it looks like the lock's missing. But there it is. That makes sense. That's a nice looking knife. And then it fills, the blade fills the hole. It's off. He said those Wakandas lasted about 3 minutes. White Mountain Knife still has the Silver Surfer small boy available. Good to know. Yeah, they sold out fast. You know, even every single one of them. The tall boy drop. My tall boy, this one. What are these? I think all of them within the 10 or 15 minutes, they were all gone. The second drop, didn't the second drop completely sell out pretty fast as well? So they are solid. Oh, the bar was off. Okay. That makes sense. But yeah, there it is. That's the look. That's a nice knife. Other than the clip. I don't like the clip. And that's what I've kind of heard is people don't like the way that clip sits in their pocket. Which is why they fixed it on the Civivi Vision and put it on the side. TPK still has some. Let's look, we can go there too. Trad. C. Reisner. They still got the camo carbons. So there's still a couple out there if you want to try to jump on it. And I definitely recommend it if you do. Unfortunately, because I don't, if I was going to get the small boy, I'd want to get the dark mode one to match this. So unless I pick up one of those at some point, I'll probably hold off. It is another great knife, though. The smaller one, I'm sure, is fantastic. Tall boy is awesome size for me. This is one that I could carry and use every day with the gymps out there. Fred's is the original custom. Right, that was like the concept. That, you know, the proof of concept. And most people didn't like that clip. Urban EDC Fancy Boy was the way to go. That one was cool too. Ooh, Deadhead. These. Those are nice. Ooh, we got the crystallized titanium clip. I almost, in a way, I think the crystallized clip looks cooler than the standard Anno. How long have you had that Snex, Fred? You've had that for a while, or you got it recently? I think you've had it, right? As far as Anno goes, I do like it more on the crystallized. Personally. I could be wrong. Or I'm also right. The link to what? Oh, Baptism, it's not letting you in the Discord? Why is the VPN being so mean? Discord's the Wild Wild West, apparently. Wild Wild West. There's that Asher that Hate Nate graciously used for the giveaway. Oh, it's a recent pickup, Fred. Awesome. Awesome. And Trish won that. I highly recommend one of these too. Those are fantastic knives. No doubt. Grateful Dong won these in Tri-States giveaway. That's a fixie. That's a wild looking fixie. Nice looking Tenable. John, NKD blue to plum fade. Nice. Excellent. Got a nice little purple at the end and then light blue up on the front. Excellent little gold accent with the light blue. Looks cool. And I like how it's more blue and it just kind of hints at it and then ends with it. Boom. Rather than like right up the middle. This is more like it's blue, but then it's got tips. Frosted those tips. Yeah, that's a fixie. Laid off getting excited. That's the Dixie you want. That's great. Bob, is it still the hold on. There you go, Bob. There you go, Bob. Try again. Is this a hair? Is it a crack? Scratch? Maybe it's a scratch in the scale. Is it a dog hair? Is it a dog hair? I think it's a dog hair. We're gonna do an unboxing. Ready? Today we've got a special unboxing from Amazon. Package on the floor. Any guesses? We're coming on hot. Fresh pack. 10-piece Weehaws. Wrong one. There it is. Last time I bought one of these was about a year ago. So in a year, I go through about 10. Wow, serious focus. But this is how I buy mine. How do you buy your bits? I actually get a few different sizes though. So I have, how many T8s do I have left? I still got 3 T8s left, or T10s, or no, T8s, 10s. I saw the 10 and my brain went bleh. So I'll probably order a little bit, another 10 pack of those pretty soon. Fudge. It's dong hair. Green Lexan is pretty sweet. Yeah, that is look cool. I like it. Word turds finally worked. Message retracted. Didn't happen fast enough. It didn't happen fast enough. So, what's happening, kids? What's the word on the street? Swap out what when the edges get wonky? Of the Lexan? And what's Olatans? And taco? Oh, the sheath? What's the sheath? What kind of sheath we got? I'm going to go turn on the AC again and see if it kicks on. Wish me luck. The bird. Oh, I was not aware that you did not know. It did not turn on. You like a taco, huh? You like a taco sheath? Or you like a pancake? Where are my good sheaths? Sheaths? Taco? Pancake, but this one's good. Where's my stinking good sheath? There it is. There it is. My Kathy sheath taco. That's a good taco. But yeah, my auxiliary manufacturing, the captain's bowie, this one goes in the pancake or whatever, and this one works great. But for a slip, for a smaller slip, that's what's up. Taco. Check the capacitor on the unit. That's what someone said when it was broken before. Although it wasn't broken, it was just a fuse or whatever. How do I know how do I check a capacitor? Do I have to type in my model and find a YouTube video on it? Tacos. It's simply not turning on when well, right now I had it off and I just went over and I turned it on. Made sure it was set at a lower temperature than the house currently is. And then I looked at the box and the fan did not start spinning. Flux capacitor. What's up, Blaze Burger? Look at this fixie that Dong just got. Man, that's a cool looking Kizer fixie. How did that one completely fly under my radar? I don't remember this. Is this old? Dong, do you know, is that like from a few years ago or something? Like an older model that I'm not aware of? Mini Cortex. I like that blade shape. I like that a lot. That's Bob Tism. So he's in. Great looking blade shape. Put some jimps right here. Right there. And Kenman's a happy boy. It should take a minute or two to turn on. Yeah, but I feel like other times when I turn it on, it just turns on. I know there's been days where I've had it off and I turn it on and it just basically immediately kicks on. The Hornet's only from a few months ago, huh? I was not aware. So I should have left it on and let it sit on for a few minutes. All I know is that it's been working constantly, Cicero. The last 2 or 3 weeks straight, it has been on constantly, except for when it gets cool. You know how like, oh, it's I got it set at whatever, and it gets down to that temperature, it turns off. And then the house moves up a degree, it turns back on, it brings it back down, and then it turns off. And so it kind of maintains. It's been maintaining for the last couple of weeks very, very well. But I noticed today laid ice on coils in the duct. It's 95 degrees outside, and it's been running constantly for 2.5 weeks. Oh, maybe I'm looking at the neighbors. Clean the fence. What's the fence? Find out the make and model, buy the capacitor, replace the capacitor. Capacitor could just be overheated because it's hot and it's been running constantly, but we haven't had any problems like that. So, what are the chances of a coil freezing when it's super hot out? Because they've been running. I mean, I've lived here for 10 years, and we've never had it not work. I did take it out. I blew on it. I jammed it back in there. Thought that would start it up. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. What I can say is something's rubbing. Something is rubbing, but it was on this morning because it was super hot out. When I woke up this morning, I wasn't sweating. But when I got home from work, I took a shower, I got out, I went and looked, and it was like, oh, I've got it set at 72 and it says it's 76. So then I look and check, and I got it set at 72, but it is not on, even though it is currently 76 in the house. But just buy another house. Yeah. That's definitely what I should probably do. I did check the unit outside, and it's free and clear of grass and contaminants from the sides and the top. But it doesn't look, I don't know where, because I look down the top, I see the fan, and I see some electronics and stuff on the one side. I don't know where everything is on this thing. It's got to be in some other type of box or something, but yeah. Have someone take a look before it gets more expensive. Yeah, I'm gonna. I mean, I haven't had anyone look at it because it's worked up until the last couple of hours. So here we are. The unit is probably not, it's got to be more than 10 years old. We haven't gotten a new AC since I've lived here. I would loan you one of my 7 fans if you were close. I have fans, and I have a window fan that I can put in my room that's not an AC, but it's like one of those double window fans. You can have them blow in or out, or one of each, or whatever. That'll be all right, at least for a couple of days. Check the pipe that goes into my A-frame to see if it's like frozen or something, Donald. And it could be kaput. Or it could just be like what Kathleen was saying. If my AC were out, it would be 95 up here. Oh yeah, it would probably. It's probably going to continue to get hot because it is. It was 90 degrees out today. It's currently 89 degrees. All right, so I'll look at that pipe, see if that's frozen. I mean, I'm living right now, so I'll deal with it later. Ouch. Still got another hour-ish, whatever. I love troubleshooting strange shit. You're awfully far away though to do it. And then when I'm sitting here, I'll have to get on the Discord later, and then we can live troubleshoot it. How's that sound? Don't try and change the capacitor yourself. It could be holding. It wasn't that fun. It's not discharged. Pop. That doesn't sound fun. I have a couple of friends. My one buddy, the furnace had an issue. I guess it's been maybe 2 years now, and he came over and ended up needing a new board, which was a few $100s. Luckily, he gave a good deal. Well, at the time, though, the owners paid for it. I didn't have to pay for it, but I'll probably have him come over. The fan that was not spinning. That's what I can tell is the first way that I looked at it wasn't working is I looked and you looked and I can look out my window and I can see the box and here's the top and here's the fan and the fan was not spinning. We just done the compactor and food fan motor kill. All the breakers pay attention and you're good. Woo! It'll be fine. It'll be totally fine. Totally. So then if the fan doesn't spin, then it's not the compressor, is what you're saying? The fan does not spin. It was, because like I said, it wasn't spinning. I'm like, oh, that sucks. I turned it off. And then I went, did a couple things. I turned it on. I looked outside. The fan started spinning. I was like, all right, we're good. Then I started the live stream. Then I was like, it doesn't feel like it's blowing cold air. And I went and looked, and the fan was once again not spinning. The fan makes the cold. The fan is where all the magic happens. Kathleen says she's changed them several times. She's a know-how. Do it. Tri-State went into AC talk for an hour this morning as well. Jesus. Derek replaced his compressor and fan a couple weeks ago too. Well, we're gonna find out soon. My only concern was like if the fan isn't spinning and I have it on, is that bad? How is it like not like if I turn it on right now and just leave it on and see if the fan kicks back on at some point, is that fine? Or is it having it on and that fan not spinning potentially bad? Anyone have an answer for that? It is currently off. It is currently off. I turned it on to see if it would kick on, but then I didn't want to leave it on if it wasn't kicking on. I have a circuit breaker on the house, and when I did that, I had to wait several days to get it to turn back on. I did check the fuse. Because it did turn back on. I turned it off, and then I went out and looked at it and went back in. I turned it back on. It kicked on. It was on. Then 10 minutes later, it was not on. Because there's a fuse out. That was my initial problem. It wouldn't start the first time I turned it on this summer. Because there is a connection point that we unconnect in the winter. And it's not a fuse, it's an actual chunk of metal that when it's in, it's connected. So you take that out and put it in the other way so it's not connected for the winter. And then you connect it in the spring. And then you can turn it on. And so what I did is I had the fan on, but not the AC. I went outside, I flipped the fuse. I went back in, I turned on the AC, it wouldn't turn on. And I couldn't get it to turn on. I checked the fuse breaker down in the basement. I flipped that on and off. I went back outside. I took out the connection, put it back on. Couldn't get it to start. Called the old owners of the house, and they said the craziest thing that I didn't believe because it didn't make sense. But she said, turn everything off, go outside, disconnect the outside connection, wait 24 hours. Okay. Take it, reconnect it, wait 3 days. That's not how this works. And then it'll work. And I'm like, I don't know. So I unhooked it. I waited a couple days. I hooked it back up. I waited 4 days. I turned it on. It fired up immediately and worked perfectly. And it's been working perfectly for about 2.5, 3 weeks up until today. Did I check the part inside the house where the filter is? That's where it can freeze up. I have not looked at anything downstairs other than the fuse box. The fuse box fuse that is specifically the one that says AC is still in correct position. First off, you get a really big knife. Then you stab it until it works again. I remember someone was in college. I had some roommates. Someone was trying to fix the freezer, the refrigerator and the freezer had kind of needed to be thawed out, and they were kind of chipping off ice and went pop through, and it was like blowing Freon out. What a mess. 3 days, enough time for her to get out of town. Well, this was back before I had purchased the house. And either way, it worked. Because we were on the phone and she said that, and I was like, no. No. But at this time when I went to turn it on, there wouldn't have been any ice because this was at the beginning of the summer. This was like early in the year. It had not been on since all of winter. So it wouldn't have been any type of frozen over thing in that case. Without knowing exactly what's going on by seeing it and hearing it, the only advice I can give you is, yeah. I like Grateful's better. Stab it. Don't do that alcohol, kids. Don't be doing it. Steve Double O with some hot. That's fun. That tip, that's got some aggression. There's some aggression to be let out of that tip. Who said that? Look at all the new faces. See a lot of new faces in here. Shut up. First rule of Fight Club. No, you're allowed to talk about Fight Club. I'm just playing. Oh, I got itchy leg. Well, but the weight, that's what I'm saying, Kathleen, is this weight. There was nothing to freeze up from this weight because it hadn't been running for 5-6 months. So letting it sit for 3 days, that was literally letting it sit plugged in. Like I had to unplug it for a day, plug it in, let it sit for 3 days. And this is cold, not being used, not being run. It was May, wasn't hot yet, definitely no snow on the ground, getting close to the time to start using the air conditioner. And apparently there's a relay or something in it that if you turn it on right away, it clicks and it's like, no, you needed to let it sit for a certain amount of time. But yeah, I don't know. I'm going to find out ultimately today whether it's going to turn on or not. No, if that's the case, I'm going to have somebody come over. I'm not going to start digging around. I have no idea. Maybe watch some videos, get some ideas. But I mean, I don't know. I've never. Pure cinema. Pure cinema. Or something. I mean, I'm not really sure. Yeah. I didn't want to be thinking about an AC potentially not working, but here we are. Doing steak. Now I do steak. I don't do alcohol. I do steak. Or a pork product. I don't mind a pork product of any kind is accepted. I mean, even the pickled. I mean, I'll try it. I don't like it. No. You know. Anybody ever have pickled pig's feet? You know, at the bar, out of the jar. The jar's been sitting up there for years. Who knows? But it's pickled. If the acidity level is below 4, it's shelf stable. If you can get it below that 4, shelf stable. You know, nice thick cut chop, bone in. That sounds good. I'm not drunk. I'm just exhausted from drinking all day. That's funny. That is something. Anybody have a favorite combo that they carry though? Like just 2 knives that you like kind of carrying together. You do it regularly. It's kind of one of your go-tos. Mine was anything that I carry and my ABW slip joint. It was almost every day. Or for a while, it was this too. For a while, Jesus, it was this. The Kentucky Holler Jack. It was anything I carried that day. It goes with the Kentucky Holler Jack, right? Tell me those don't look great together, yeah? But I want to carry something different. All right, we'll carry this one that day. Oh, look at that. Goes great with the Kentucky Holler Jack. ABW Slippy and anything, right? I just don't have my ABW Slippy right now. I mean, what doesn't go with the Kentucky Holler Jack, though? The Dune? I think that looks fine to me. Bob Chisholm, you know why I don't have my ABW Slippy? Most people in here probably know. But I don't have my ABW Slippy. I sent it off. When it comes back, it's going to look like this. This is a titanium DLC bolster with a kind of a zirconed matte finish. I am doing a full zirconed matte finish DLC to my ABW Slippy. So that is why it is not currently here. Oh, focus. I'm a one knife carry kind of guy. I always carry two. But it's definitely more of the big and the small. The little fudget. Fudget? I did say that. Little fudget friendly. Little fudget friendly. But the fidget friendly slip joint in with the regular size knife, that's pretty common. My Eldorado, nice KB Eldorado, and the Numb Knives Cornerstone. Tell me those don't look fantastic together. And that's a nice little combo. You've got your fidget factor flipper. All right. And then a nice big slip joint. It's here. I'll give you a link. RCO. Rotten Evo. Oh, we can go look at that too. RCO Customs, Ted Rooney. Recommended from Paul. Here is a link if you're looking to get something done in a DLC type of a finish or some other finish. Instagram, RCO Customs. Here it is. This is one example. This is the zirconed scales and blackout DLC over the top. So that's kind of the finish I'm looking for. Kind of more of that matte kind of black. Where's another one? I did like this. So not the blade on this one here, but that handle where it's kind of got that more matte black, lighter gunmetal kind of a look. And then he said kind of like this too. So this one, the blade is polished, but the scales are zirconed and then DLC'd. So you get that matte black. So I'm planning on, or I'm not planning on, I've sent it. He has it. It's going to be a couple of months. He said, I asked him, like, what's your, he said he's about 10 weeks out for the orders that he's currently doing. So he goes order to order, and so if you call him and say, you want to get in, you're kind of behind whoever else is already in his books. So he said it was going to be a couple of months. But I've sent it out and it's going full job, every part. So he's going to clean it up really good. And then they do the zirconed polish, which is a zirconium bead blast that gets it super smooth. And then he'll do the matte black DLC over that. So I'm excited for that. Very fun. I've been wanting to do something DLC for a while. And then somehow, I remember what it was. I was carrying my ABW Slippy with the stroller, and the stroller's all DLC'd with a nice matte to it. And it was like, it'd be cool if this was matte to match this, because it's kind of like, again, today we're talking about those matching kind of carries, where if I had all DLC, like I got my DLC Big Idea Design pen, so I carry a full like DLC day. All the other black on the table is not DLC. It works because it's black, but then it's kind of made me want to get a slip joint that was all DLC'd out. And then it was like, well, maybe I'll do that to the ABW. But it's kind of fun because then that ended up getting me not having my ABW. So maybe I want to get another ABW. But then it made me remember about the auxiliary manufacturing. So then I got this one. This one would actually look pretty cool in all black too. I may take the clip off of here. You got a KB Pioneer in DLC? Yeah. KB's DLC is really nice. KB's finish. They are crushing it. They're the Venom. Look at that. That is about as good of a crystallized titanium as you can get. I mean, that's just wild stuff all the way around, all the way through it, every little bit. KB, awesome finish. But I'd forgotten about this one, and then I remembered about it because I was missing my ABW and ended up picking this up. Check out auxiliary manufacturing. Pick yourself up something. You can use code COFFIN for 10% off. I do want to get one of their smaller folders though. And then maybe send it to Paul. Or do it myself. That's the best green crystallized titanium out there. No doubt. Love me some auxiliary too. Pocket Bowie and XL, so nice. Dude, that AEBL. This shape, it's such a cool thing. I mean, come on. 1 out of 11 right here. This thing's fantastic. I love it. This is my favorite fixed blade. Just a cool one. I love the shape. This way. And then here it is, the mini. But the big folder, the XL that's like 9 inches, that thing is super cool. But I would like to, these are really great. Not a fan of the crossbar. Smaller crossbar, I'll cut myself. This one here, this would be a nice, this one's a frame lock though. Coffin XL, 9-inch blade, or 9-inch overall. 4-inch blade, 9-inch. Thing is huge next to the little teeny one I got in my hand now. This is the one I love though, right here. M390 green micarta inlay on the titanium with the bolster lock. I gotta get the side of the bolster lock. There it is. And then do a flipper tab delete and put in a stud. The XL Fixie is wickedly large and bulky. Super bulky. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. Even these. The Jazz Cup. That's cool. These are available right now? Wow. Tree Fitty. How do they do that on there? Is that, did they anno that? Titanium. So they did a dual, like, I'm not sure how they do that. I'm not sure how they do that. If I were to do that, I'd have to do a anno the one blue, remove or anno the whole thing, the one shade of blue, removal everything except for that pattern. Anno everything the lighter color blue. And then remove this back to the silver. But a removal on texture, that's varying heights to get a perfect clean removal like that. You know, are you masking it and anodizing it? It looks like it's ano. But I don't know for sure. It doesn't say. I mean, it's milled titanium. Any surface you're going to put on there, it's not, I mean, that doesn't look like it has any thickness to it. You know what I mean? Like it's like printed. So, like, it's paint. I mean, it certainly could be. So, is that how they do a lot of the, like the cell shade? Yeah, because this has to be paint then. Because you can't ano all these colors. You can get close, but the white hashing like that, I don't know. Sponge ano, it's so space specific though. The sponge, it's like you're kind of like blah, you know, like it's like you're like painting with a sponge versus painting with a fine tip. It's interesting. I would almost say it's more like a coating. Coating. It's more like a coating. Because you could do ano removal. I trust me, I'm working on a pretty wild version of that. Long time coming. I've done a few, but it's a whole mess of fun. I don't get the whole cell shade thing. Not really for me either, Dom. It's all right. I don't mind it. I'm not out looking to get one. Masked it with whiteout. Can you mask with whiteout and then ano and then acetone the whiteout off? That's kind of an idea too. It's like if you did the right kind of masking. Even Jackson Pollock had a career, right? Just splashing. Dude, if it looks like a monkey could just splatter paint on the wall, that is not for me. Yeah, cell shade is fine. If I got a great deal or there was some quirky something, maybe. Think you can mask with rubber cement? I'm sure there's some type of way to mask. I am not aware of it. You know, there was one cell shade. I wonder if that's not going to come up in a search. I was going to say, I can think of one cell shade that I thought was pretty cool. Let me see if I can find my short on it. Because in that case, I mean, but this specific knife I would not. But the idea behind it, I liked. Now I have to find it because we can't suspense it up like that. Anyone think of the cell shade that I'm referring to? I've got to be getting close here. Oh yeah, this is definitely close. I didn't have the right keyword. There it is. Oh, yep. I could have found that. Oh well, whatever. It's up here for us. All right, this one. Pariah. There has some magic in under that hat. So look at the black finish here. Nice knife. And away we go.
The way the material
Boom.
steel is, it just takes that much longer.
That's not bad, right? Ready, set, pop. that's kind of a fun cell shade with the UV color, because you couldn't see it. You couldn't really tell. You didn't notice it really at all. You just look at it, it just looks like a black on black. But the second you hit it with that light, it's just like pow, right in the kisser. And that looks cool. But I still, yeah, not really a big cell. Anybody like the cell shade? And no shade to you if you do. It's fine. Everybody likes different stuff. I like a bunch of weird, ugly, stupid $5 gas station knives. Fantastic. Google says nail polish, rubber cement can mask off for ano. Okay. I can dig that, but do you think that was done in this case? Masking off this part right here with all these little, like, that edge where it's kind of looks like it's old worn paint, that would be very difficult to mask. You know what I mean? Masking would be like a big blotch of blue, but this little speckled area right here, around here, that torn edge section, that, like, even vinyl stickers, I can't zoom in. Maybe I can if I do this. No, look at that. It's not letting me. But see all these little flecks, these little teeny dots and stuff? So this, if this is a vinyl sticker, you would have to remove all of these little flecks and little spots when you lay that sticker down, so that is not part of the sticker. Laser cut vinyl masks work very well, but not like this, not with all these little holes, because in order for that to become a sticker, a lot of those aren't going to fall out. So now you have to do what they call, it's called weeding, where you have your pre-made sticker and you go in and you weed out and pick out all the little sticker pieces that are not part of the main sticker. You could do some cool stuff. The other issue I see with that is this has the ridges on it. You can't put a vinyl sticker over those ridges like that. That's physically impossible because the ridges, they're so close, they're so small, they're so tight. There's no way the vinyl would have to, you know, it would have to be like inside of each ridge just perfectly. Yeah, but you can't laser mark blue. That's why I would be like, okay, anodize the entire thing, the first shade of blue that's higher up in the spectrum. Removal everything that's not that blue. Anodize the second color of blue. It won't affect the first color because you're not going up to the same height in the spectrum. So the first color will remain. The second color is now everywhere else. Then go in and do a third removal and remove all the little areas that you don't want any ano back to the silver. That is a way that you could do this. It would work great if it was smooth. With the ridges, you have to make sure you set that laser just right and it's not too high of a variation in the ridge, which can be done. Where was the one that I did? Here. Yeah, masking. I have a Cricut machine, so I have a vinyl cutter that I could make the vinyl sticker cutouts for that. But they just don't like to stick to something that isn't flat. Use your street cred and get us an answer. I still say it's I would almost guarantee you that's printed. That's some type of a color print. That would be my guess. So this one I did dial in the laser at different heights. So this is one of those houndstooths. So if you look, there are ridges on here. If I get it at the right angle, you'll see them. There you go. So there is varying heights, withering heights. And so what I did is I measured that 0.02 variance in height and made sure to go right in between them both. So the high level and the low level, my laser is focused in right in between the two. And this seemed to work just fine. In fact, that pattern almost makes the ridges disappear. Because if I actually have this knife myself, same scale. But those ridges, those ruffles have ridges. Come on, focus. So maybe it's a, I don't know. I don't know. Color print. That's my guess. Like some type of like a Cerakote or a colored. Like when they paint the blade blue or red or whatever it is. I want that Burberry on my knife. Baptism. Which knife? Have you seen all these Burberries I've been doing? Or these the houndstooth? It's cool. The one that I did the black on silver I did for North Valley Neil was the original one. Starting to get hot in here. That sucks. That sucks. That was the first one I did. So that's titanium handle black laser mark versus this is aluminum handle white laser mark. So it's a black aluminum handle. You can see the black on the sides and the white laser mark. Well, aluminum could give me a nice white mark. Titanium can give me a nice black mark. Steel, you can get like a dark mark on it as well. This is a steel pyrite, the Paisley pyrite proportions. Interlocking black and white skulls, MC Escher style. We'd have to find a way to do it. See if I can drop once. If you can make one good skull, then you can pattern it out. Turn off the lights and I'll glow. All right, now the AC has been off for a while. I'm going to go turn it on. I'm going to leave it on for a while. See if it kicks. Let's hope. All right. So that's the thing. The plot thickens, ladies and gentlemen. The plot thickens. Here's what happened. I did go over and I just turned the AC back on. And then I walked over and looked out the window. And I looked out the window. The fan on the AC is currently spinning. So right now my AC is kicking in. Let's see if it starts pushing some cold air. Any nice Escher pattern. Plus, with the new laser, I'm going to have to go and bring some beverages over to my buddy Andy's. Come on. Come on. Seriously. It's not even focusing on behind it. God, I hate you so much. Why can't you just focus? So we might be able to, using that laser, come up with some more crazy stuff, because then we can pull JPEGs and stuff. Let me go look at that fan again. Okay, fan's still spinning, and I can feel cold air starting to blow out of the thing. So currently, right now, my AC is working again. So this is a little bit more of the troubleshooting situation, where it's not the fuse, right? Because if the fuse was bad, it wouldn't be running right now. If the capacitor didn't work, it wouldn't be running right now. If the, so I don't know. Right now, I turned it on, it turned on, the fan is spinning, I can feel cold air blowing out right now. If now if it turns off again, that could be a thing. It has been running a lot lately. I definitely can admit that it's been on the last couple of weeks. It's been hot every day. I keep it at about 72 degrees. Is my mom running? Maybe. Should I call her? It is 8:30. Better go catch her. And it did kick back on. So if it kicked back on, that's got to be a big troubleshoot, correct? Whatever everything we were talking about, right now it's currently running. Currently blowing. That's cool air. That's a troubleshoot of something. What? I don't know. But here we sit. Here we sit. Yes. Yes, indeed. Jess is going to make us peas and poats. Right? News that some of you might have missed. I did pre-order. House going to burn down. CKF Rotten Evo XS Lefty Gray Bark Stonewash Titanium M398 $100 for the pre-order. Tell me that don't look super cool. This is one of my grails. I have loved the CKF Evos, the Rottens. They're cool. Was made aware of this, thanks Lanyard Man, and decided to pull the trigger. So where is the info I wanted to share? We have several projects ahead. Estimated time is about a year. Yikes. So estimated completion, roughly 12 months, summer to fall of 2027. Total 491, 100 down, 391 at the time of delivery. These are already gone. You cannot order this anymore. They had a pre-sale. It was basically last weekend. They had lefty, righty, full dress, DLC. They also had the Evo 5s, which is more of an 8-inch, very similar. but the Evo 5 is just under 8. It's like 7.6 or 7.9. $100 more for the Evo 5. But I ended up on the pre-order, and we got a year to wait. Mikey Bobby. Yeah, the $100 is the down. Yeah, it's one of my grails. It's one of those ones. They are cool. And after they are available and everyone picks them up, then if anyone wants one, it's probably only going to cost more. But it's very similar. Where are you, honey? There you are. This is my Monterey Bay honey badger. This is definitely one of my top 5. This is in the 5. I usually say my top 5 knives, there's about 20 of them in it. But this, when I say top 5, I mean literally top 5. This is no doubt in there. I love this knife. Snappy, fun, front flipper. Wow. Good sound to it. Yeah, $40 a month for the next year, and you got it. So that's $20 a paycheck. Take out $20 a check, and you'll have it by the time it is here. It's pretty, but man, I have a lot of knives. I've touched a lot of knives. That's again, it's one of my grails, and it's a lefty. Had to go for it. But yeah, this MBK, this is definitely a top 5. It's great. And it's not even, that's what's crazy about it is it's studs. I am a flick and hole. My favorite is the flick and hole, without a doubt. I mean, look at all the knives on the table. They're pretty much all flick and hole, other than this one. I mean, the slip joints, and then there's the one. But this, great, snappy, fun sound to it. Feels good in the hand. Nice little ramp up. And if you look, they're similar. See the shape? It's got some similarities. The blade's got where the most similarity is, but there's a bigger forward choil on the rotten, and it's going to be a thick, chunky boy. So that's why I got the smaller one, because the smaller one is a little bit, actually, it's a little bit shorter than the honey badger versus the bigger one. Shit. Man, I've been trying to organize my stuff. I'm all over the place. The bigger one is more in this size, where it's just a beast. It's sweet. It's cool. I love this knife too. But I found that when I have a big and a little, the little seems to be a little bit more something that I would carry and use more. The big ones are beastly. They're fun. I enjoy them. But then they're huge. And so in a way, it's like, oh, if I am going to just make a normal cut, I'll end up pulling this one out of my secondary pocket when I'm carrying it with this. Like if I carry these two together, this one would be getting a lot of use. This one would be getting less. And it's just because it's you know, larger knife sometimes is a little bit more to work with. That's why I ended up not getting the XL Pictus. I love the XL Pictus, but if I had both of them in my hand, I'm going to pick up the smaller one, and I'm going to use and cut with the smaller one a lot more. I'm going to enjoy the big one, but I'm not going to probably carry it around quite as much. So I ended up going with that Rotten Evo XS. It's going to be similar in size to this one here, except for I will have that forward choil. So even if it is a little bit smaller than this, with the forward choil on there, it's going to be a little bit more grab. And then the handle's got that big old thickness and the big old butt. 1, 2, 3, 4 finger grab. That's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. Snagged a sea otter this year on a drop. So nice. The sea otters are really cool, Bob. Monterey Bay makes good stuff. Even their production stuff, they have their custom stuff and the production. everything I've seen is good. I like it. They're fun. I do want to get the Wolverine. You know, I've got the Sabretooth. It's a beast. That Wolverine's the more manageable. I would use it more than I would on that one. But it's another one where I'm just kind of trying to, I'm working on getting that grinder still. So let me, now that I've got the house, that's the news. Maybe some of you hadn't heard if you're just tuning in now. I did finally close on the house. That's why the AC is probably going to break. That's cold air. So I closed on the house. It's been a while. I've been kind of worried about it because I was like, if I'm gonna have to move, I would have ended up just getting another place somewhere or whatever. But then having to move, figuring out how much down payments or deposits, things like that. I've been kind of budgeting myself out, trying to get that out of the fire and settled. Now that it's settled, I've got my setup. Now I can start figuring out, what do we want to do? Do we want to rearrange in here? Do I want to add an aquarium? Do I want to put an aquarium in the living room? Where am I going to put more aquariums? I'm going to work on the garage in the basement. I've got an art studio in the basement. I got the wood shop out in the garage. Want to start making some more into a knife shop. I'm looking at 2x72-inch grinders is going to be my main purchase that I want to do soon. I have saws and sanders and some other things like that to get going, but I feel like the good grinder would be a great start. A couple accessories for it, and start making some fixed blades. That's what's up. So I want to get settled this weekend. I'm going to start kind of going through. Now that it is fully mine, I'm going to really start going through like the kitchen and being like, all right, what's in here that I use? If there's anything in the kitchen and the cupboards that I don't use, it's going downstairs. And I'm just going to start going through the house and then rebuilding. You know what I mean? Like, all right, well, under the sink here, I kind of cut down on my dishes because I live alone. And if I got 8 plates, 8 bowls, 8 cups, a dozen forks, what'll happen is I'll get most of it dirty before I wash it sometimes. You end up getting 2 or 3 or 4 bowls. You just grab another one. I cut it down to just having a couple. If I only have 2 bowls, I wash them all the time. They're always clean. And so it's easier for me in my kitchen. So there are definitely some things that I'll probably move around, move out of some closets, open up some closet space, look at some of the walls, and maybe I want to paint. I kind of want to redo the bathroom and the kitchen. Baby steps. Let's start making knives first. I mean, kitchen, please. It'll be fine. Although I do want to get a new shower in the bath. I'd like to get a shower. I want to put in one of those, like a shower stall with a door on it. Nothing crazy fancy with a whole bunch of like faucets. I just need one good shower head, tall, because I'm tall. I don't need a tub. I didn't sell my dishes. I just kind of collected some and then put some of them in a cabinet and another, and it's like, okay, now I can go in there and maybe pull a bunch of that stuff out and put it somewhere else, and then like maybe just rearrange. I feel like I have some things that are just closets, just they're kind of cluttered. I never really kind of settled, I guess, in a way. And there's some stuff that's theirs that they've had. There's a few things because I don't need all the kitchen space. And so some of the cabinets underneath had a couple like the old owners, like bread maker and like just a couple little things like that aren't mine, that is like, all right, I'm pulling those out, pulling this out. Now I can do anything I want. Now it's like I can do whatever. I've lived here for 10 years or so. Got that horse shower thing. Well, if I set it up as like a horse shower with a thing, then can I get someone to come give me a shower every day? I need someone to wash me. Pretty girl? Is that too much to ask? I use 1 cup, 1 spoon, 1 fork, 1 bowl, 1 plate, and I don't like others using my stuff. When you only have one, it's super easy to clean. But when you have two, it's easy to like, oh, I'll just throw it in the sink. You know? And I don't have a dishwasher, so I'm not planning on picking one up. It doesn't make sense for me because then it's like it's gonna take me a month to get all my dishes dirty to then run the dishwasher. Pretty girl to wash me? I mean, it's wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I'm not, I don't ask for much. I got the house. I got a bunch of knives. I mean, I'll wash her too. Give and take. Although I do like living alone, let me tell you that. I'm happily there's yeah. Spoonge bath. Giving good spoonge bath. Yes. Yes, indeed. I hate folding clothes. I hate dishwashers. I'd rather wash it by hand. Folding clothes, well, I just hang everything. Except for like boxers, shorts, jeans, and like, socks. I can just take all my boxers and my socks and just throw them. And this drawer has the socks, boxers. They don't need to be folded to me. That's fine. And then all my shirts I hang up on hangers in the closet. Bobtism. We have a Blade Show 2027 objective. Get Dan married. Well, you see, Bob, I'm happily divorced. Been happily divorced for pushing, 19 years. Yeah. I'm more of the visit and then we'll see you later would be my kind of I'm not like one-time visit. I'm not trying to, maybe here, I don't know. But, visit, and we'll see you next week. A busy mom. Because I'm also busy. Wrinkle-free shit, hang hoodies, hang shirts, hang pants. Yeah, that's my thing is like I wash it. Maybe sometimes, depending on what it is, I might throw it in the dryer for like 5-10 minutes. And then just hang. Basically I pull most of the time I just pull all my t-shirts out of the wash and just hang them straight up and just let them air dry. I highly recommend meeting Dan. He's one of the greats of humanity. Pete, so are you. I appreciate that, but you are also a fantastic person. I look forward to us hanging out again sometime soon. Hopefully sooner than later. But time is moving on, dude. It is literally mid-July. That's wild. Dan's spoken for. Nate and I have alternating weeks. Look out, Blade ladies. Yeah, y'all better watch out. You better be glad I am not on the hunt. If I was on the hunt, I tell you what. Ooh. Why did it was right mid-flush. I went to take the fan for Heat Nate. It's my hold on. Can you hear me at all? Okay. Absolutely robbed. Why is it not doing anything? Why is this frozen? My God. Can you hear me? Did it do it again? I mean, why would it do it again? I can't even get anything to play right now. So you can hear me. But why did the... I'm just trying to play something that I can hear myself, and it's not even letting me play. What in the hell? I'm not dropping any frames. Yeah, I was going to say robot voice time. It won't even let me play. All right. Hey, Nate, thank you for the 10. I'm sorry. Dan, Chet, Jason, what the fuck, Buck, Voltron, Lava Lamp, Little Tree That Could, Massive Amount of Knives, Magnus Let's Ho, Moorish Men, and the Almighty Lament Configuration. Hi, I'm late. Sue me. I didn't do anywhere near as good as... I didn't kick that out, did I? No, that's still plugged in. Hey, Nate, I'm sorry. That's twice now. This metal video just got sexy. All right. Yeah. Oh, see, I got to get this, you know, just in the still of the night. Oh, my God. Why does YTube have it out for Hate Nate? Censored. The last girl that hit on me, I told her I was actually dated in high school, but we've both been through so much since then. She doesn't remember, and I don't even recognize myself. She bought it. That's a straight lie. Right? Little Fabio. Oh, Grateful's getting some photos. I'm trying to get it so like it hits. Yeah. Actually, it's pretty nice. If you were sitting in like you didn't have AC. Is that what it's... That's more of the rock video where it's just a little bit. It's just kind of like... Oh, I tell ya. All right. That's going to make my eyeballs dry. That feels like cold air. What time did I call that again? When I turn the AC on, it's still running just fine. So I'm not sure what happened, White Snake up in here. Bob Tisman's trying to fight you, hating it? Oh, no. I don't know. I've seen both of you. And no offense, Bob. Hate Nate. Hate Nate's my boy. He'd throw down. They're doing shampoo commercials now. Why wouldn't you? White Snake is the music that mommies and daddies listen to. You know? Dong said that I was exclusive to Dong and Hate Nate. I mean, they have a very exclusive place within me. I'm sorry, Mom. Sorry. 8:56. She's probably not watching anymore. Sorry, Mom. I get dog hair in mine. Ew. Yeah, I luckily don't have any. If I had dog hair, I would be my eyes. I'm allergic to dogs. Other than them non-allergenic types, most dogs and cats can't stand white snake. I mean, it's a place and time in a specific part of humankind. That's what it is, Neil. Not saying you gotta like it. I'm just saying it is a very, very deep moment in the world where Whitesnake exists. Wait, what? I went to a Whitesnake show. Parasites. Yeah. Deeper. One deeper. Like a submarine. Like a submarine. Yeah, I mean, as long as I don't touch my eyes, generally in my face, I'm fine. Was that still of the night? Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Nate. Yeah, it was. Yeah, generally I could pet a dog. I could pet any dog. Like a big old husky that's gonna definitely have dander in there that's not good on me at all. I can get in there and pet them. But now my hands are contaminated. I don't know what to do with my hands. Right? But if I go wash my hands thoroughly with a soap, then I'm fine. So I can pet a dog, and depending on the dog, generally it's the dander. It's not the fur, the hair, it's the dander in there that gets me. Wish I could edit my comments. I know, dude, when I write texts to people, Pete, I often will hit the wrong letter and spell something wrong. Can I pet that dog? Now just get it right in your eyes. And then I'm just a mess. Here we go again on our own. Going down the only road I've ever known. Like a drifter, I was born to walk alone. But I heard on the line, wasting no more time. Okay, everyone, what's the next knife or two that's not yet released that you want? And the PM2 Tonto is not acceptable. But the Jaguar in the video with Tawny Katane on said Jaguar, I'm all about that. Yeah, anyone releases that are coming out, the Devo Small Boy was definitely one. I'm in on this one right here, obviously. But that one's already been, the pre-order is no longer, but we're going to be waiting a hot minute on that. Laid-Off says Penrose Privateer and, oh, the Best Tech Korea, 100%. Best Tech Korea was the one that we handled in Atlanta, and everyone would have bought it. Everyone. It was like, yep. It's similar to the Taipan, except for it's like wider this way and thinner this way. And it's got some serious like ting to it. The ting to it is more than the Taipan. Oh, I put the skiffs on here. So this was my first skiff bearing experience, Pete. Colostomy bag palsy. And that's how I saved Christmas. Full titanium voodoo. Yes, the full titanium lefty voodoo for like $500. That's what I want. Taipan registered to 63 AHRC on the Magna Cut. Excellent. But yeah, that Proto, J1's looking at the Growler V3. Yeah, those are gorgeous. Gorgeous. Where I'll just try it. We'll just try it. I don't want to go to Reddit. All right, there it is. Screen grab. Here's the Crya up there. I thought I was following. Is this a different one? I'm already following a Best Tech. More people in the... See, now what's going on here? Yeah, it was this one. No? I was already following Best Tech. I totally... I was already following this one. Did it unfollow me? Maybe? All right. How far back? Wasn't there one? There is one. There it is. So there's the Kriya. Notice it's like a wider, flatter kind of a, what's that like? It's like the thing. Horse leg clip. What was released just last week? And what was the other thing I was looking up? You said 2. Oh, the Penrose Privateer. Is that the one that just comes out or just coming out? Copy. But yeah, Fred would have bought this one. I would have bought this one. Everyone who touched that Best Tech was like, yeah, I tried to buy it. Vu wouldn't let us. It's the only one. Ooh, dirty. Oh, okay. Oh, these are all drawings. Wow. That's pretty wild. Look at the milling. What do we think about that? It looks like a Rosie. Yeah. The Rosie V2. Yeah, sure. Sure. The Warney numb knife that's coming out, like the V or the N5 numb. That one's pretty sweet. Bob says these are available now. That's pretty dope. Another top liner. Ooh, but you have access. You got the button and then you have the access right there as well. I do like that. Although I'm feeling more and more that if they keep hitting it like this, we're going to get fatigue. There's just too many top liner locks coming out right now that like a year from now, everyone's going to be like, bro, did they only make top liner locks in 2026? Again, recently they were fresh and everyone's like all about it. I'm still about them. I like them, but I feel like it's going to come on. You can't listen to that song you love every single minute. You'll get sick of it. Although I could sit here and open this every single minute. I bet it's kind of smallish. You think it's kind of smallish? 7.5. Kind of smallish, you mean? I think it's kind of smallish. Give me that dirty polish. These are cool though. Definitely has that rosy kind of look. Sure. It's got that look. You know what it looks like? It looks like a folding pocket knife. It's got a lock. It's got a blade. It's got a handle. Top liner locks are getting overplayed. Yeah, and no shade on it. I've got several of them, but I feel like if they just hit it so hard, it's like, bro, it's kind of how crossbar locks are. I'm just sick of crossbar locks. Living in a lonely world with this crossbar lock. One more time. Button actuated frame locks. Or, well, yeah, but even that, like, or the bolster lock, like the Dune. It's great. The button is fun, but this bolster right here, it's got some great action where I could just use the bolster on here forever and be totally fine with this. I love bolster locks. So it's like once you've already got that bolster lock there, you don't really need the button anymore. It just becomes more of a fidget factor, which is kind of fine, you know. But a classic just bolster lock. Magnus Let's Ho. Amsler Tools this year. What is an Amsler Tools Hurricane Level 2? The milling is almost too much, but not too much. Yeah, on that one we were just looking at. It is. It's a little much with that extra thing in the middle, but it's also kind of cool. The tip kind of swoops out almost too much, but not too much. Amsler, you're going to make me copy way too much, and then I have to go in here, and then I have to remove. I am just a spoiled. Okay, so get rid of, no. Get rid of this. That. Amsler Tools Hurricane Razor. Or do you mean something else? Hurricane Level 2? Those are cool. I'm not as big into the scalpels. They're too thin. I like a big handle. Have a good night, Deadhead. I'm shutting her down pretty soon. It's 9:09. I got to get some dinner up in my belly. What am I going to eat? I don't even know. It's in the link above. Oh, you posted a link. They're cool. They're great. I think they're fine. It's just I don't like skinny handles. I want huge, fat, chunky beasts. Give me my Moorish. Laid off Pete. Have you had a chance to check out this awesome Moorish of mine? Look at this thing, man. Ugh. Moorish men. Thank you. Dong, Nate, Smock, and Paul. The Moorish men. This thing is so good. So good. I am a very lucky boy.
Tan, chat, Jason, what the fuck buck, Voltron, lava lamp, the little tree that could, massive amount of knives, Magnus Lutz, Moorish men, and the almighty lament configuration. Hi. I'm late, sue me. White Snake? Ha. It's a safe assumption, you'd want to save me now. I'll never face castration, for your sacred soul is left slaughtered. Snake needs to grow some balls. Remember kids, eat your blueberry cereal. Dong knows.
What? It froze it? Like, it was like, I'm just holding. Did it seem quiet? It was kind of quiet for me. But what? Why did it? Hate Nate, thank you for the 20. Thank you for the words. All of the words that you always say are just gospel. Words to live by. I appreciate you in so many ways. I'm not sure why my thing is jacked up, but it decided to play both of them, which is strange. Sorry, y'all. I fed the bot some gummies. It's my fault. That is so weird. Has anybody seen that on another live before where it didn't play, but it held it? But then when he did another one, it went ahead and just kicked it out. Both of them. Both of them. So you couldn't hear it very well? Or you could hear it? It seemed quieter to me. I'll have to go back and listen to it again. Never seen that before, my friend. But I don't know if you know who I am. But I was there. And I saw. I'll have to go back and listen to. Why did it? Hate Nate, thank you for the 20. Thank you for the words.
Tan, chat, Jason. What the fuck buck, Voltron, lava lamp, the little tree that could, massive amount of knives, Magnus Lutz.
Yeah, it actually sounded okay. So it came through. It didn't come out of my speakers very loud, but it came through on the audio. Dongs didn't show up in the chat. Oh, did Dong do one too and we never even got it? I didn't even know Dong tried to do one earlier. Do you follow Plunkett? You'll instantly want one of his blades. I do not. I do now. Oh, yeah. I like the way that looks. Except for their righty frame locks that look like the thumb will get right in the way. Does he make lefties? Dong didn't. Baptism, are you high? Because Hate Nate is. What's up, One Moon? These are pretty cool. Does anyone have one of these? Some from Plunkett? Music. Not that it matters. The finger choil looks a little tight though, or the sharpening choil, looks big enough that you can forward choil it, but you're not because you're going to cut yourself if you do, kind of a thing. I didn't notice that. Yeah, these finger choils are too small. They need to not hook back in quite so tight. But those are cool looking. That looks like his main design, kind of a couple different blade shapes. That one looks like it's a little bigger. Ooh, it's thick. Yeah, I feel like his finger choils need to be, they're not finger and choils. But I want to put my finger in there. You know? What if I want to? They do look cool, though. I do like the way these look. Wow. Look at that. Yes. Dude. I mean, I'm not sure about the Damascus and that gold, but this little chode chonk. Look, it's a frame lock, but the clip goes all the way up. I like me a forward finger chole. Or at least a forward grab, you know? Like this one doesn't really have a forward finger choil, but like here's the main grab, and then you can bop right there, and then tuck that middle finger into the main, and you're doing that work. So I like that a lot. But to me, when you've got this forward choil that you can get right up in there, tight work, I like that a lot. And what it is when I don't know, I have big hands. And so to me, I love the geckos. They're all great, but they all also have kind of a smaller finger choil. It works fine. I'm not cutting myself in here, but I wish it was just a little bit bigger. Personal preference. I like a good reach around. That little thing is sick, though. Dude. Look at this chode dong. That's rad. I like that. Yeah, this guy's cool. Ooh. Ooh, brother. Ooh. Shipwreck inspired. Like just battle worn to just, oh yeah. Get me on that handle. Get me in there. Get me in there. Force age copper. Oh wow. That's great. It just looks like you just pulled it out of the bottom of a lake and it's just rusted to shit. But it's not. I gotta change my jorts. What do you guys think about this? Plunkets, huh? Does he ever go to shows? Cape Town, South Africa. Of course it is. I didn't post a link, but I'm gonna copy. Paste. Good recommendation there, Pete. Instagram, Plunket Tools, South African knife maker, making some wild stuff. I like it. I like it. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yawning right on camera. Son of a bitch. Pete, what are the price ranges approximate for one of these bad boys? Any thoughts? Any knowledge on that? Like that one that he seems to have a lot of. This one. What do these go for? And how many of them did he actually make? They're not production, right? These are probably each made with his own fingers. Books are closed. Books are closed. I'd say low 500 to 2,000 depending on features. It's got the right features. 4 toes and an elbow. Right? Mucho doll hairs. Yeah, I suppose like some of those Damascuses or the extra on the finishes that you're putting all the extra to. Private sales on Instagram. Right. Right. So he doesn't have it. Yeah, books are closed. It's like, yeah, you get a hold of me, we talk. Maybe I do something for you. You know what I'm saying? We keep our books hush. Hush hush. Big Dan's, Long Branch. You ever been to Big Dan's laid off, Pete? Long Branch, Cataract, Wisconsin, Pete? I was there not too long ago. What's for Din Din? I may have to leave the house. I may have to leave the house. Here's one on Bladebinge. Magna Cut, titanium fat carbon called the Sponto. Ick. I don't like that. I just don't. Show side scales, like if this is what it looks like on this side and that's what it looks like on this side, it's a no from me, dog. It's a no from me. Just make the show side also titanium and it's probably cool. But this two-sided crap, I don't like it. Not a fan. Personal preference. Yeah. Kevin Smith and the Knives. What the hell? What's going on, Kevin? How you been? How you been? Welcome back. What's the good word? Yuck. No, thank you. No. I just don't like it. I don't care. Something's. Yeah, I got nothing. I mean, I got nothing like that. I don't think I have anything where the one side doesn't match the other. Oh, I was going to look that up. Does anyone know? Looks cheap. It just looks unfinished. I've got to. A hair in my mouth. I wonder where it came from. Too much smoke up in here. I gotta look these up real quick and ask if anyone knows. Fly. I suck right now. Bantier. Oh, and that didn't work, huh? These. G10 show side, titanium clip side for some reason. Yeah, that's gross. G10 with titanium? Like, get that G10 out of here. Just make it all titanium. You know what I mean? Hinderers are like that. I don't really like hinderers. The shape is kind of eh. The newest Mr. Designs Fury is pretty baller. We can look at that too. But here's my question after we look at this. Boom, these are nice. 340, 350. That's clean looking. Disc or stud piece, stud nub or disc, stud nub. You ever stud nub? Those are cool. Does anyone know? Groove titanium scales for wee banter. Wait, this one says banter. I thought it was for baby banter. Yeah, this is the regular banter. Didn't they make some for the baby? I know that there was some for the baby banter. I saw them the other day, but I wanted to know if they fit the actual baby banter that I have. Titanium scales on the baby banter Warncliffe. Oh, titanium scales work with the two-piece models. So I'd have to take it apart and look. All right. There's the answer I needed on the stupid Reddit. The Bantier? I'm looking for the Bantier. Why did I type Bantier? Baby Bantier. Because I can't spell. Banters, they all suck. Dude, this one right here, the little mini, the baby banter Warncliffe, this thing is awesome. I'd use this. This is a great box cutting smaller knife. It's little. Bantier, is that new? They discontinued them, right? But if it fits this, there's still some available. I found them somewhere. I can't remember where. I like this little one for the choke up spot. Grab on, full grip on the handle. Thumb sits there, pushing through, doing work. This Warncliffe baby banter is awesome. But if it was titanium, it'd be cooler. Take the hardware off. See, what I would do is if I had the titanium one, I'd take this Edyard off, and then I would take off the clip and just have it be, you know, like the smaller. Then I do that to things. Like this right here. Here's the Urban Bowie, no clip, smaller knife. Old College Try, took off the clip, smaller knife. White laser mark. So a lot of times I'll just take that clip off. In this case, it was a little slick, and so I left it on because my card is kind of slippery. But if I had a titanium one, they just made the banter slip joint. They did. They made a baby banter slip joint, or a banter, but it's a slip joint with a thumb stud. So you roll it out like that and then close it like a slip joint, but it's got a thumb stud on it. I don't like that. Because now you're opening it like this, but you can't do that, so you got to kind of just roll it out with a stud. It's like a slip joint to me is more of that two-handed, I don't know, something about that, you know? But they do have that banter slip joint, but it does have a thumb stud on it. It's kind of weird. The baby banter Warney changed the liners are incompatible with the titanium scales, but the blade can work with the regular baby banter liners and thus be compatible. But I'd have to get the regular baby banter, put this on it with those scales. That would be like a Franken banter. But yeah, this is the only banter for me. This one's great. If I could get titanium scales for it, I would. But if I can't, I'm just gonna leave it as is and call it a day. So to answer Hate Nate's question, I don't know what I'm gonna eat. I still don't know. Till I die. Titanium TI till I die, not gonna lie, just that kind of guy. Get the user, keep the scales. Yeah. I'll just leave it at this. I just thought it would be cool, like, because I love this. The QSP mini penguin with the titanium, and I would just carry it more with my nice knives, you know, with these things. It would be a good little additional carry with stuff like this, where it would match better if this was that angled titanium, right? Northwest Knife Nerd, what's up? Hope everyone's having a good night. Yep, we're chilling. Been a good evening, just hanging out, chatting, and getting ready to figure out what I'm going to have for dinner. May have to leave the house to go get it. I might have a pizza or something I can heat up or throw in the oven or whatever. I do have strawberry rhubarb pie. I won on Monday. On Monday at League, it was hot, but not only did I win a pie, a really nice strawberry rhubarb pie, I also got a hole-in-one. It's like maybe a 200-foot shot, nothing huge, but a nice little throw, nice little pan to flat, hooked right around the trees and right in for a little hole-in-one. The ace pot was not high though, so I ended up only getting like $26, which is fine. It was still a great day. And I still have about half the pie left. I got that on Monday, so it's still good. Got it in the fridge, take it out, cut up a slice or two, throw it in the microwave for a few seconds. I wish I had some ice cream. Maybe I'll just go to the store, get something for dinner, and get some ice cream, and then come back and then have that with a couple slices of pie. Or I could just get ice cream and just eat pie for dinner. Strawberry rhubarb pie, right, dude? I did win a pie a few weeks ago. I won a key lime, which I'm not a fan of, but it was like, well, I want it, I'll try it. It was actually really good. So my tastes have aged and changed in the last years, where I don't mind a key lime pie as much as I have in the past. But chickens don't have fingers. Northwest Knife Nerd. I've been disc golfing quite a bit for the past few months. Same. For the past few years. Key lime pie is okay. I just didn't enjoy it. And what I think it was is, it's not that it's bad, but it's like, if I had to give you my top 5 pies, number 1. Yes. Number 2. Yeah, the strawberry rhubarb is actually pretty good. Apple pie, 3. Cherry pie, 4. One of them chocolate pies. What are they called? You know, like the French silk. It's like the key lime pie isn't in my like top ones. Ooh, a carrot cake? That's different. But I'll accept a carrot cake and I'll eat it. You know what I mean? Like, I'll eat a cheesecake too. Cheesecake isn't really a pie, but if that guy over there's name is Seabass. Huckleberry pie? Sure. Chocolate, yeah, like a chocolate French silk. Well, Kevin, I told you what my number 1 was. Anyway, I will be having some strawberry rhubarb, which is fantastic. You degenerates. I explained very clearly, without words, my favorite. I'm only human. Of flesh and blood I'm made. You say it again for the kids in the back. Yes. Then apple, cherry, strawberry, rhubarb, French soap. I tell you. Won't be having any of that tonight. Pumpkin pie? Okay. Gross. But I would totally have pumpkin pie. Like, it's like a Thanksgiving thing. It's like, is there pumpkin pie? And I'm still kind of hungry. Yeah, I'll have some. Sure. But I'm not really cherry or banana cream, or it's just pumpkin's like one of those flavors. It's like, there's a lot of fruits and veggies out there that you can add to something that's got more flavor than a pumpkin. Bourbon pecan pie? All right. I'll give that a go. The warrant? The cherry pie? Gross. Pumpkin? Like, oh, let's make pumpkin flavored like coffees and stuff. It's like, ugh, gross. Shepherd's pie. See, now we're getting a little different, but in an excellent way. Chicken pot pies, shepherd's pie, dude, like a real good one, like with the mashed potatoes and the gravy and the meat. That sounds really good. That sounds really good. Where was that place they used to have a shepherd's pie that was like bomb? Back to AC talk. Isn't it cold in here? Pizza pie? Yeah, pizza. Pizza is a staple of life. No doubt. No diggity, no doubt. All right. Well, I'm gonna do that. We've already gone over 39 minutes. 6 to 9 p.m. It's now 9:39. We're still rolling and rolling, whatnot. I appreciate all of you. Always a good time. This is my mental stability right here. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. Everything's getting better and better by the day, though. We're settling down. I'm getting all these customs that I've been trying to get done for years done. The house is now mine. I own it. Well, the bank, I'm paying for it, but it's mine. Gonna go smash that pie. It's like a warm apple pie. So yeah, it's getting solid. I'm gonna start pricing out, figuring out which grinder I'm gonna get going in the garage, get the studio set up, get this rolling, get this house organized. Do we want to paint the back wall? Do I want to put a fish tank in here? All these beautiful things and more shall soon be revealed to thee. And you, and you, and you. Magnus Lutz Ho. Thomas Dong, Hate Nate, my mans. Much appreciation. Magnus Lutz for life. Moorish men unite. Paul and Smock be stopping in occasionally. Smock he might still be doing something else and maybe hearing us very briefly in the background, lurking away. Later, skaters. Good to hang out with you too, Bob. Well, and everybody. I'm not trying to single anyone out. Welcome, the Moorish men. Moorish men forever. One of these days, I'm going to get a lefty Moorish, and it's going to be a so choice. What did I just do? Hey, Nate, sorry it took a while for the robot to figure you out, but I appreciate your donations. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will do whatever I have to do, whatever you ask. If we ever have issues like that, I'm down to do whatever you desire. Zoinks. Yeah. It's all good. Actually made it funny. Well, when it doesn't happen, you're like, well, that was dumb. Why did it, it started flushing and then because it did, the very first one, it started to flush. And I went to grab the fan to blow the hair and it just stopped. And then when you do the other one, all of an hour later, it literally... Right? Clip that. Anyway, thank you all so much. Teed that up, didn't he? Clip that. Clip it. Clog them pipes, right? We're free and clear though now.